made a 1-inch spine, so I'm just going to glue that on. I'm really bad with measurements, so this is why I'm going to keep it just like this, because I'm really bad with measurements, and if I move it I'm just going to get it off. So I just thought I'd do it this way, safest way. Safest way. Just to reinforce it. Leave that to dry now. And then paper's a bit weak. I'd rather use a single-sided sheet out of the pad than a double-sided, because it's just wasting. She's not even going to see it unless it was utterly, totally not nice to look at then. But these papers in a pad are so beautiful, they really are. So I'm going to leave that to dry. And Mod Podge doesn't take long to dry, and if it needs another going over, then I'll do that. So what I've done so far is that I've cut down the paper, I've measured it and I've cut it down and attached it to the cover so far. My measurements are not the best, but it took try and error to get it the way it is. So I've got my lined book all done. The papers are not exactly straight or anything, but when I look at it, I can see my flaws, I can see my creation, so that I'm happy with. Right, so I'm gonna get these plain papers cut up, and then we'll take it from there. And when you're cutting your paper, you've got to be so careful. So you only need to cut 2 or 3 at a time, I would say. This is really good quality paper, so I think I'm going to do 3 at a time. So I'll get them all cut down. It's a little tedious, so there's no point showing this part on the video, otherwise we'll be here all day. So I'm going to get these cut down and I'll come straight back to you. I've cut my papers and I'm going to put them into the book now. The only thing is, when you cut your paper, sometimes it doesn't line up, and I'm not about to use any cutting knife to straighten them out. It's time consuming. I'm going to master that, but not at this particular time. So what I'm going to attempt to do is staple my book. This is the long arm stapler that I've got, and I've measured. Even though I've measured it, it's in the middle here, but it's not in the middle here. I don't mind, because it's my book and I can see my flaws, and I'm quite happy with what I've done so far, being my first TN. So I'm going to staple. I've measured, so I've got it on the measurement, but I'm going to recheck it again and see, because it might come out different on this one. Everything's settled in the middle, but then it just depends on. So I'm going to put it in the middle. Move that for a minute. Put it in the middle of the seam. Take it down a notch. And we'll see how that goes. Let's have a look. Oh, that is perfect. What a perfect alignment. So as I said, it's all try and error. We just got to keep on plodding until we get it right. Oh, that's amazing. I'm so happy with that. So happy with that. Quite successful, so I'm going to pick this out. I should have a picker somewhere. I'm going to pick this one out. Do it again. Wow, but that's amazing. The second one didn't align as much as the first one, but still. Out the way, it might be this that's caused the problem. Let's take it down a notch, take it up a notch. Lovely. Let's see. Wish me luck. Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. That's great. And then just get some of it pushed down. Pushing down. We have it. Got the line paper, that one's got the plain paper, and I'm going to put some I've left this to dry, and that's looking really good. I'm really happy with that. So I've left it to dry. I've been very patient with it. So these now, I've got these, but I'd like to put in a booklet. Get that into a booklet. It's so pretty, isn't it? On this side, so then I can have all here to embellish, and this as well. So I'm going to cut these up and prepare them for this. I've stapled in the inserts, the pages, and that's done. really pleased with that. And there's my 3. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave this to dry a little bit more. I did Mod Podge it, let's see now, 1, 2, 3 times. So once it dries, then I can punch the holes. And I do believe we're ready to punch the holes. Let's have a look. We're ready to punch the holes. I don't know how much. I think I might have to just take off some more, just a little bit more off of the inserts, the covers of the inserts. And I'm really pleased with that, honestly pleased. Before I attempt to start putting the holes in and the I've forgotten what they're called, I'll tell you later, I'm going to give it another going over with some Mod Podge, because you've got to be certain that the creases are Mod Podged properly, because you don't want them opening at all, because the last thing you want to do is work so hard to make this and it starts opening at the seams. I'm just laughing here because my lovely little 2-year-old Maltipoo does not like our neighbour who lives next door. He does not like his voice at all. But anyway, oh, he's so lovely. So, right, I'm going to do a makeshift template to the best of my ability for my creation, and I have cut out the, and I definitely know it's 9 by 5.5, right, 9 by 5.5 template, and I've just lined it up like that and just eyeballed. So I want 3 there. And if I use the ruler, then I could do the same here. Let's have a look, see. Yeah. Let's put it like this. The sun's going in now. It was blazing with sunshine earlier on. I had to close the curtain for a bit. Yeah, so I don't want it too near the end. Yeah, so this is my way of doing my template. If I fold this, fold it again, and we will know where the middle is. I made it. I found this in my toolbox and I've just put a champagne cork on it. Lanson champagne. So I put the cork on it. A piece of foam board. Okay, so yeah. That's it. Just checking. That's done. So stop and do some clearing up because it was just so terrible. The papers were everywhere. Right, I've got some eyelets that I'm going to put in. I don't know whether I want to put the pink or the purple. I'm not sure. I had some glitter in my Mod Podge and that's come out on cover, but I don't mind. I like it. Yeah, let's do the pink. Yeah, let's do the pink. I only needed the big chomper for the middle one to reach the middle one, so I'll just finish up with these ones. And I've really got bad luck with these eyelets because they never squash for me. Yeah, squash now. Okay. In here. Back into here. Actually, do you know what? I should burn these. So they don't fray. Ugh, stinks. Okay, one at a time, Jazzy. One at a time. better. Okay, let's just have a look and see. If I want this one in first, I'm not sure. I'm going to make another book. Oh, that is amazing. Got one more. Oh, that is lovely. That. Done it, made it. I have done myself proud today. Just give it so pleased with my book, and I was inspired by another YouTuber. I will put her name in the description below. So inspired I was by two actually, but I went for the simplest method, and oh my goodness me, I love this Ranger Distress Oxide. It's the worn lipstick. I love it so much. Right, just a quick recap on what I've done so far. So, because I've done this, I'm not quite sure whether back to front is the appropriate word, but this has been the weirdest video that I've made so far, because I've been recording in bits and pieces and takes. So I'll just give you a quick recap of what took place. I attempted to make a traveler's notebook. This is it. So I'm going to edit the video and bring everything into perspective with it. And here is my books that I made. I just love them. Beautiful. Okay, and so that's that. So I've done that. I'm going to leave this here. I don't know why. Something's saying to me, don't cut it off as yet. So I'm going to follow my mind. But I am so happy with the results. This is my first traveler's notebook that I've made, and I am so happy with the results. Words just can't explain. I mean, it's not perfect, but it was really worth the effort. And admittedly, it has taken me all day, but I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. So that's that. That's my traveler's notebook. Okay, so let me just start by saying I'd like to thank Lisette, and she's from Fofucious Dolls and More. She inspired me, and also Mecca Allen. They both inspired me to make this, and the reason why I wanted to make this is because I can take this with me on my little journeys and just take note of things around me, how I'm feeling, and you know, just document stuff that I need to. And I could have always got a notepad, you know, but I wanted to make this, to make it a bit more special and meaningful, because I know I've put so much effort into this that I will want to use it, and I've made it so pretty. I've not made anything pink and pretty and girly like this in a very long time for myself, and I really, really am pleased with my little job. The size for this, I've noted everything down. The size for this is 9 inches by 5.5, and the inserts, the papers of the inserts is 7.5 across by 5, and the covers, these are 7 3/4 by 5.25. But next time I think perhaps I should do it as 9.25 instead of 9, because this is 9. I'm just thinking, you know, 9.25 by 5 3/4, but then I don't think it would look as compact as it is now. So that is my traveler's notebook, and I'm so happy with it. Words can't explain. Now this paper has come from, let's see, this paper pack, which is a basic, beyond basic, the mix and match paper pad. Really got some beautiful papers in there, and I did a haul on that already. And this one is from this paper pad, which is the Opulent Forever Friends, and I wanted to use a paper that was only one-sided, because I hate wasting, and it would have been such a waste, you know, to have something pretty on the other side and then you can't see it. So I opted for one-sided paper for the inside and attached it to this, so I'm really pleased with that. And then this cover comes from this paper pack, the roses. That's this cover here, absolutely beautiful, and that's the inside of it. And let's see what else now. And this one obviously comes from the same Beyond Basics, and as you can see, it's the same as the front, but I really liked the purple. It doesn't look like purple, it looks like blue, but it is purple. It's beautiful. And this is just some of my cardstock out of my scrap box that I took out and used. And we've got some vellum here. It's really nice, that is. And I added some more paper in here as well. So that's one, and then the second one, yeah, I added some more paper, and I wanted to put some cardstock in here, but I wanted to use the one-sided paper again. And this comes from, I think I showed you that already, this paper pad, yeah, vintage notes. And let's see what else I've got in here. So then I can always embellish this side with stuff. I am going to make a video as to how I embellish my book anyway. And this is so pretty, and that one came from this paper pad. Okay, so pretty. And this obviously came from the Basics again. Really love this paper pad. This comes from that. So I was really happy, and I really shocked myself by getting my head down and doing this, and I'm so happy, really, really happy. So I'm going to embellish it, and that will be part 2. So thank you so much for watching, and take good care of yourselves until I see you again. I did start this video off very quiet. I didn't say anything. I just started getting into doing it. So I hope that I could edit it and bring it all together so it all makes sense with the sizings and the paper pad information and so forth. Oh, and my elastic. This is a 2mm elastic, and I got this from eBay because I didn't have any white, so I ordered this from eBay, and I was really happy when it arrived. I always like to have elastic. I'll tell you which elastic that I did find. I'm going to give it a little wash. It's so old. That was in my stash. So I did find that in my sewing drawer. And I usually have a lot of these as well. I usually have a lot of this elastic thread for sewing. So I really needed some of that. Yeah, so that's that. So thank you again. Thumbs up if you like this video. My very first Traveler's Notebook, and if I could do it, you can do it too. Take care of your good selves, and hope to see you again soon. I'm going to do part 2 where I'm going to embellish this, and I'll catch you then. Bye for now. Bye.